Gloria, let me just tell you how I found out about this, and then we'll start there. So I'm at Texas Motor Speedway. I'm having a Coors Light. I'm walking through all these motorhomes, and we used to have 20 motorhomes, everybody from Tyler getting together. And I saw Steve showing the video of the 2-hour house.
Oh, really?
Right there. First time I ever saw it, 3 minutes video. And I looked at it and I went, play that again. And he played it again 3 times after he played it. I said, that could be one of the best leadership books of all time. I said, they said, what do you mean? I said, everything I learned in business, collaboration, teamwork, efficiency, time management, on and on and on, is in that story. So I said, Brian, you tell the story and I'll just kind of put the magic that happens behind the scenes to pull that off. But I interviewed about 15, 16 people, and they all said Gloria, Gloria, Gloria.
That's nice.
So so tell me, when did you start at TABA?
1983.
1983. So
Bert Ford.
So what were the challenge? What was the goal at that time, and what were the challenges at that time?
Well, Bert came to me and told me that they didn't do anything. They just had dinner meetings and board meetings, and that was about it. So I got to rethinking it, thinking maybe I don't want to do that. Doesn't sound very active. But it became a challenge because I started going to meetings across the United States and hearing other associations what they did. So I put it on myself. You know, I'm very competitive, or I used to be. But
when you say put it on yourself, are you the way I'm interpreting what you're saying is that you wanted Tyler to be recognized as one of the top ones in Tyler, right?
Actually, before I retired, we were number 4 in the state before Fort Worth.
Before Fort Worth.
Membership.
Got it. So it was important to you to grow the membership. What did it do for you personally as you saw it growing?
Oh, I guess you really don't take time to think about it. You just do it. And then after you retire, you get to thinking about, what all we did. And it was very satisfying.
So where did you start in the 80s in Tyler? It wasn't on Grande. Where did you start, and how did you end up on Grande?
We were on off of Biloxi, that first street to the left.
Okay.
I don't remember the name of the street now, but that's where we were at. And I didn't have a secretary or anything. I started hiring girls from office in high school and teaching them.
So when you started putting together the group, your ultimate goal was, I guess, to create value for the builders in East Texas, right? I mean, what was the goal of the association nationally? What was it in the state? What was the goal that they had?
I don't know that they even had a goal at that time, but we developed one. We wanted to be one of the top in the state and be recognized. And
then so walk me through the late 80s, early 90s, the challenges of getting on Grande. Walk through that phase, if you don't mind.
Well, we kind of outgrew the building over here off of Biloxi. When we started having more dinner meetings, and then we started having membership drives, which the builders are very competitive, as you know. They started wanting more members and more members and more members. And so it kind of evolved through that. And then we started with the mother of all parties, getting recognition for membership drives. And I saw, that's kind of neat to get recognition from United States, across the states. And so it just kind of took off.
I do know that you had a lot of TXU that were members. Mm-hmm. And David, I can't remember his last name, way back, used to be out at Cascades. It used to be called Briarwood, way out there. It was part of that. And then you guys had started to have some of the largest events in Tyler at your... Mm-hmm. When did you move to Grande, that you recall? And what happened and who was involved? Or who was the president? Do you recall?
It was Chad T. was the president then when we moved out there. And he was kind of over the project there. He wanted it out south where we had more room and more space. So it just kind of took off.
And I think Robert Lloyd was telling me that he was with you during that time period.
He was.
And you guys pretty well paid for that building pretty darn fast through the
We did.
membership and the whole deal.
We sure did.
And then you had the event. So now we're going to be rolling into Steve Conaway was the president. Then you had, I think, Robert Lloyd probably after Steve Conaway, or was kind of somewhere around there.
Chuck Colley.
Chuck Colley. And then, boy, some great guys. You met some great. It was Tyler
the
was
great,
the best, yeah.
the greatest.
And so Brian Conaway goes to Chuck Shin's, consulting deal out of Denver, and he comes back with this idea. What were you thinking when he told you what he wanted to do?
Well, I looked at it as a challenge for sure, but I thought, man, that would be great to be recognized again for that.
Yeah, so as you're going through and you kept it all together, what did you hear? I'm sure you heard some naysayers. And
I did.
Tell me, there's a couple of stories you want to share.
I don't know that I have too many, and probably Tom Utz was probably one of the naysayers because Tom, he knew that it could be done, but he didn't know if we needed to do that at the time. But then he ended up being one of the chairmen over the building, over not the overall chairman, but one of the chairmen of the construction.
During that time, what was your biggest challenge at that time?
Probably getting everybody together, starting to get the groups together and them have meetings and come up with all their ideas.
So did you orchestrate all that and set the
Well,
meetings?
the meetings, yes.
Yeah. So was it, what do you recall when people said, hey, we're going to do this? When did they start to believe it could happen? I'm just, you say, yeah, I'm going to do it. But there's, when did you really start to believe it, or did you believe it from the start?
I believed it right off. I thought we could do it. I thought we could do anything.
Really? So when Brian came to you, did he have already the plans laid out, how we're going to do it? Or did you he gave you the idea and said he's going to build it out?
No, he had most of the ideas already done.
Already done. So,
Yeah.
So basically,
Yeah. He was a good chairman.
Yeah, well, they all say that you had a major part in the whole thing, and I could see that where if you had to set the meetings and keep the wheels going and the communication of all the different vendors, having industry competitors to band together was pretty cool, wasn't it?
It was. It was really good.
Yeah. So what did you? Think about it. You're going through that process. What did you think about when the practice house went down? Were you out there when the practice house, when it got stuck in the cement?
No.
You wasn't out there at that time?
No, I wasn't there at that time.
Okay, got it.
I wasn't at that part.
What about the event that really had an impact on your life?
Maybe seeing everybody get together as one instead of as individual little groups. They came together as one. I think that was the total thought.
Did you see them all come as one during the planning process
yes.
before the event?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Because that's a year and a half of planning.
Right.
Nobody got paid.
No.
Everybody wanted to do something bigger.
Yeah. And then it became competitive among them because they wanted to do bigger and better things.
So you got to witness all that.
Yeah.
The as I'm interviewed probably 16 interviews, a lot of them didn't realize how this event affected their life, in their personal life or their business life. And then when they think about it, they go, "Oh, I didn't realize we did this because of that." What did it do for you personally?
I don't know personally. I guess it was just the satisfaction of one more thing that we could do.
how'd the membership grow that year?
Oh, it grew. That's when we became number 4th in the state.
So before the project started, what were you about in the state? I'm just curious.
What
do
were
you
we?
think? Were you 20th or 40th or?
Oh, we were probably 11th or 12th.
In the state. So that project.
Because you take Austin and Houston and Fort Worth, San Antonio, you take all of those and it adds up. But when we became number 4,
Yeah, that was a big deal.
that was a big satisfaction.
When did you retire? What year?
In 05.
05. So right after that event.
October, the end of October.
Well, you wore out?
Pretty much.
So it was 20 years ago. So you were 60 at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're almost 80 today, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then as you're looking back, where do you live now?
In Fort Worth.
In
Well,
Fort-
right out of Fort Worth.
Okay, and what do you tell those home builders association? They ain't got nothing on Tyler?
No, they don't.
Yeah. Do you still keep in touch with a lot of people?
I do.
Do you?
I sure do. The girl that I roomed with from Victoria, we still go to the meetings and the state meetings.
Oh,
They invite us to the state meetings now. So we go every year to the state meeting.
And do you kind of just share your past experience to people that are new, or do you?
Yeah, we talk to them, tell the new ones what they can do, and
Is
do
it
it.
hard for them to believe it when you
yeah,
tell them? That
yeah,
you
it
did
is.
Yeah. So I believe that we're human creatures of the eye. We believe what we see. I mean, look at this house. Even the model of it,
Yeah,
still got it. And to see that crane out there. Were you there that day?
I
Yeah,
was. I was there like daylight.
Yeah, I mean, to me, you don't realize how many
I think
people.
that crane came out of Houston.
Yeah, it was after that Hurricane Alicia and all that stuff. And
Yeah,
did you have to organize? So you were the communications channel
to just about everything.
of uniting everybody together. What would you want to say to the people that's in your position that you used to be? What would you say to them about the communication that you kind of learned?
Well, you're their friend and you're their not boss, because I wasn't the boss, but they looked at me like I was sometimes, but I wasn't. But be their friend.
So really,
Cherish that membership with each other.
yeah, so you made it fun.
Yeah.
Those big catfish events and all that stuff, because I remember they were the big events, events. So do they still have that now?
I have no idea.
Yeah, wow. Kathy Comer took over after you, right? Mm-hmm. And then she stayed how many years? Do you know?
Don't know if she was there a year.
Oh, is that right? And then do you know who took over after her?
Libby.
Oh, Libby. So really, Libby's been there for all these years, so that's fantastic. And then, but what you had done, I don't think they realized. No, I think Libby does realize it, but I don't think Kathy realized it right after that.
No,
what
she
you
didn't.
had really accomplished, because that was a lot of work, but a lot of fun too.
It was lots of fun.
It's kind of
I
like
wouldn't trade it.
Yeah, yeah.
And I thought when I went to work there that it was going to be so boring and I wouldn't last long. But when you see what you can do and how you not control people, but can have friendship with them, but get them to do things.
Got it. And then, so prior to that with Steve Conaway, what was the largest project prior to the 2-hour house build? What did y'all do in the past?
Oh, gosh.
I think I heard something about a fire.
Oh, the
station.
fire safety house, yes.
It was that deal.
That was built on a on a trailer, and they pulled it around to schools and taught children how to get out of a burning house.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That, and that's just what. And so, what? Any other projects that you can recall?
Oh gosh, I know we did it such a lot.
You see, now I understand why they say Gloria, because you were basically the conductor of an orchestra to get everybody to communicate, And you got to have that or you don't have nothing.
Yeah, that's true.
Is that right? And you didn't
Yeah.
have cell phones, I don't think.
No, we did not at
Or
first.
you had some of those little flip phones or whatever it was, but not like you just,
Pagers.
yeah, pagers. And then what did you find out about the community as far as people donating and stuff like that? It was pretty easy ask.
It was.
Because did you have to convince them or show them?
It was easy for me.
Was it?
It still carries over in my life today. The little association that we live in, we had a Christmas party. This was our first year to go. And they started saying, well, we need 2 or 3 gifts. I said, oh, I can get you more than that. Everybody in there got a gift. Because I don't mind asking people for things. So it's just carried over from my work.
Yeah.
I go out, ask, and you get it.
Yeah, no doubt. And, when I was in Burleson, which is near Fort Worth where you're at, somewhere, and I had talked to a Rotary group, and this is probably 10 years ago, and I told them about my story about my parents being deaf mutes, and then, well, before that started, I was listening to a meeting, and they were talking about raising $15,000, and there wasn't no energy.
Yeah.
And I talked about our story, and then I talked about the 2-hour house story. By the time I got done, the room had shifted. They got to be talking.
Yeah. How
The whole room started talking about 150,000, and they got more excited about that than the 15,000
Right.
they were talking about. It was the darndest thing. So my intent is to tell the story, bring it to life, and then get people to see we're human creatures of the eye, to believe it could be done, instead of how we're conditioned today
Right.
to tell us it can't be done.
Right.
You know what I mean? You find that
yes,
you just
I
brought
sure
that up
do.
with your deal. It's easy to ask. It depends on what your mindset is.
Right.
So I think that's
Yeah.
kind of what we're trying to do, is shift the mindset.
Yeah.
What were the biggest challenge? What would you want to tell your grandkids, kids and grandkids, about this story and what life lessons that you learned that you want to share?
Well, I'd think I'd tell them to, first of all, to believe in what you're doing. That's the main thing. You have to believe it before you can do it. And then to be friends with the people, and appreciate them. People like recognition, and we tried to give all the recognition we could. And so I think that's very important.
And if you don't mind, break down the word believe to you. Believe you can do it. What does that mean to you?
Well, I've never believed that I couldn't do anything. It's that I believe I can.
What made you like that?
I don't know.
Is it something your dad, mom? Is it
It was
something?
probably my dad.
Yeah, just put that in you. So what did you do before age?
Before
60?
83?
Yeah, before 83.
1983?
Yeah.
Well, I started out being a beautician, and my back gave out, so I had to get out of that. Then I went to real estate, and then when the interest rate went up so high, I went to, do you remember Klein Kyer?
I've heard of the name.
Okay, well, she was a loan officer, and I went to work for her.
Got it.
And then Bert called me.
Got it. So interest rates was as high as what? What do you recall?
Were they 18,
18
19?
to 21, maybe
Yeah,
somewhere around there?
Yeah.
We're 18 to 21%
And you
interest rates.
couldn't sell anything.
No.
Nobody was buying anything.
And of course, that's how
So-
old business went the other way, and we all went through that. So when
Right.
he came up to you, what do you think his ultimate goal was? Was he traveling through all the different associations and or national?
Well, he had gone to all the national meetings, and he had talked to a lot of executive officers, and so he knew probably what we could be doing. We just needed the right person, I think.
So when you were the nucleus that helped make it happen, I would say the communication of what's going on and putting on events, making it fun, and everybody's talking and learning and growing. You're learning and growing. You don't even realize you're learning and growing by just sharing ideas.
Right.
How many people would you say out of 100 actually went to the state and national stuff? If you had 100 members, how many people normally go?
Oh, we had a lot going to the fall board meetings, spring board meetings and fall board meetings. We were highly recognized for our participation.
So the more you participate, the more you get back.
Right.
That's really the way it is. And then you.
And then I think the associates were being lost because they thought, with it being a builders association, that they wouldn't get anything from it. So there wasn't that many associate members. Well, then the associates got to seeing that they could work with builders, and it was great.
Now, when you say associates, what do you mean by that?
But members that are not builders, like the contractors.
Contractors, TXU, right? I mean,
Banks.
Banks.
Yeah.
That's right.
Loan officers, mortgage companies, just all kind of associate members.
And people don't really see how that it's a trickle-down effect all the way through.
Right.
But everybody benefits. Probably even people that work for the city of Tyler.
Oh, yeah. We had the city inspector, I forget her name now, but she started coming to all the meetings. And the builders got to knowing her real well, and the associates.
Wow.
So it's just a trickle-down effect.
Yeah, and then think about the city inspectors being involved with a year and a half of planning and really understanding.
Yes, she was on the committee.
Yeah, that was cool. I mean,
She took care of everything for us, that needed the codes and everything.
Everything just went according to schedule all the way, the planning, a year and a half.
It did.
Do you recall when, I never did ask Brian, why was October 1st the date? Was it because of the kind of the weather, or is it? Well, I never had.
I really don't know.
Yeah, I'm just curious.
I don't know why it ended up being there.
Brad Root. You had Chris. What was his name?
Kerry Chris.
Kerry Chris.
He was fantastic.
Yeah.
Green. A lot was shared, but now I'm so glad you're here because now I understand.
Well, thank you.
That's why they say it wasn't for Gloria, because if it wasn't for the communication channel, you can't pull anything like that off.
Yeah.
Isn't that right? I mean,
that's true.
So, and you had fun doing it.
Oh, I had fun doing it.
Yeah, that was
Loved it. I'm not one that likes a lot of recognition, so I try to stay on the side, but you can work good from the side.
And support. Now, let's talk about that. Working good from the side. That's a big lesson. What would you want to share for others? Why you need people working on the side, encouraging people? Is that what you mean by more encouraging?
Yes. Yeah.
Go ahead. Share
Well,
that.
just recognizing them and seeing that they're part of it. They need to be there.
Got it.
Yeah.
And anything you want to ask from his side? Because I know you got questions.
I got
There's so many nuggets behind her because that you can't think of everything today, and I get that. But any questions that you have just about the house and
I have a
what you
couple.
heard?
Was there ever a point in time when you thought, I wonder if this is really going to happen?
I really don't think so. I think I was one of them that thought from the very start, we can do this.
Do you have a good Brian story? Something funny or something big that happened?
No, I don't think so.
Is that right? Yeah. What's the funniest thing that you found out there that kind of you laugh about when you look back?
Overall?
Overall.
Oh, I don't know. I had one member that he got mad at me over the Pray to Homes magazine because his ad wasn't right. Well, he's the one that did it, but it wasn't right. And so he decided he would just quit the association. So I just stopped by on my way home one day, visited with him, and he had a bottle of wine, and we drank wine and talked about it. He's still a member.
That's awesome. And really, sometimes most of us run from a situation like that.
No, I think
You
you have
went-
to meet it head on.
And you went ahead and wanted to find out what the issue is and do all that. That's a big deal. And sometimes we assume and then we leave a situation when it could have been solved real quick in
Yeah,
one minor
that's true.
deal. No, that's a big deal. I'm just trying to, and then other things that we can teach if we were to say that if you're in charge of an association, what I'm hearing you say is you got to have a positive mental attitude, of course. You got to believe it can happen. You got to trust your people.
You have to trust a lot of people.
Yeah, and you got to genuinely care and really enjoy.
You have
people's
to
side of
enjoy what
things.
you do and enjoy the people.
Yeah, and it's just not a job. It's just a way of being.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. How did he find you? The one who first hired you?
Bert Ford,
Yeah. How did he find you?
his wife's parents lived next door to us at one time. And that's how I knew Bert. And Bert knew my history, real estate and everything. So I guess he thought I would do okay. He trusted me. And he turned me loose with it. So.
You turn you loose. So real quick, how does when they compensate you as an association? Is it usually the members' revenues, or how did he
Out of the
how did
dues.
out of the what?
The dues.
Of the dues. So
That's
you
part
create
of
it, you raise it, and get people more involved, and let it support itself. And then, of course, supporting itself benefits everybody because you handle the communication. Everybody's sharing ideas. And the more everybody shares, it helps everybody grow. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure that out.
That's right.
Yeah, and then you could pull an event like this off. But I think that
Just had one small one.
Go ahead.
The day that you were out there, the day that it was being built, when it was 2 hours and 52 minutes and change, and you guys beat the goal, what was that like, and what did you do? How did you celebrate with everybody?
I don't know. I think we were just high-fiving each other.
is that right? Yeah,
Everybody was happy.
yeah.
And it was a happy day. Because we had all the things worked out. So we just followed the way it was supposed to go.
Did you know you were retiring at that time? Mm-hmm. Were you pretty well wore out?
Well, I have lupus.
Oh, is that
and
right?
so I had to retire.
You did? Okay, got
Yeah.
it. So
Or I'd have still probably been there.
you still be there today. Yeah. Talk about how you got the community united, and talk about
The
big drive, the big
mother of all parties.
All right. So what was that?
Well, we started. We tried to come up with some idea to make sure that everybody signed up a new member, or if they wanted to come to the party. And so you had to sign up a new member in order to come to the party. And we tried to make it like we had at the Petroleum Club one year, and had one of my friends did a pig underground cooked, and luau and all. So we did the hype for like 4 or 5 months out, so that they could start signing up new members. And to come to the party, you had to sign up a new member. So you come to the party, and we didn't charge a penny for you coming to that party because it was from the association. A thank you party. In reality, the new member came, the member brought their new member, and so they could see how important it was to be with members and all the builders and everything, and how that they could make an impact on the association by being a member, and went through the membership drive and everything. So I don't know how many years we had them. I think we had probably about 3 or 4 years, and that's the year that we passed Fort Worth in our membership drive. We had over 900 members that year.
Wow. So what you're saying is, and that was right even through the 2-hour house. So didn't you have like catfish bowls? And
We had catfish, fish fries, at Ruby and Paul Bo Paul and Ruby Paul. She was a builder member. And they caught all the catfish. They did it for us every year. And so everybody loved going to that. So you tried to have something different other than just meeting at a hotel restaurant and nobody really having anything to do with each other. If this way everybody could commingle and really enjoy themselves.
So the energy was there.
The energy was there.
Yeah, it was there. And if you bring a guest and now the guest goes, holy crap, I can meet all these folks and this is fun.
Right.
And I could be part of something. I need them, they need me. It's a two-way street, right?
That's right.
Yeah, not only that makes it fun.
Oh, it was lots of fun.
And
everybody looked forward to those parties.
Do you remember the time of year? Did you do it once a year or twice a year?
Once
a year.
year.
Was it in fall or spring?
In the fall.
It was in the fall.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe it was during October. Maybe that's why you picked it.
Yeah.
October
Well,
month.
and for you had to kind of plan that out too. Parade of Homes. If they knew that they could work on the Parade of Homes and get in that magazine and go to the party, they're going to sign up. And they did. So you couldn't be listed in the Parade of Homes magazine without being a member.
Got it. So you tied the two together.
So you tied the two together. So you use that membership drive and the Parade of Homes together to sign up new members.
So the Parade of Homes today, I have no idea how it's formed, but we got new leadership and new teams and all that
Right.
stuff, and they probably are not aware of that was what used to happen.
Right.
How many members do you think they have now?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm just
really.
curious.
I
But
don't.
I hope this event.
I know I started with 119.
You started with what?
119.
119, and you brought it up to 900 members, and that's fourth in the country.
And
State in the state.
Uh-huh.
And number one, what do you think? How many members they had? Number one, you think they had 1,500?
Probably.
Somewhere around there. And of course, you got
'Cause
Fort Worth and whoever had to organize it.
Yeah.
But the bottom line is, you organized the whole thing where people were having fun, communicating, and creating value, but also getting value at
Right.
the same time. So you create
Exactly.
it, and that's what you have to do to build an association. I
And
believe
you have
that.
to be a little competitive.
Oh, and you got to be competitive. Yeah, you got the whole group competing against other cities, so that
Right.
makes it happen. So that's awesome.
That was the last award I won.
Well,
was for EOs, for executive officers. That was the last award I won, was for the national EO.
And not only that, they got you coming back every year. So
Yeah,
do they rotate the Home Builders Association around the state? They have different places.
they do.
Right, so they rotate it around.
yeah.
So anyway, no, that's a big deal. I think having that from you to talk about how they did it before challenges
It just
them.
kind of keeps us up to speed too with everybody, because there's still some older members out there that
Yeah.
still come to these things.
Everybody
so-
wants to be part of something.
Exactly.
And we all need each other as humans.
You do, and
know.
you like to feel appreciated.